Fear, power, voodoo. In the heart of the Caribbean, one man made these converge in a mystical, dark reign that shook the nation of Haiti to its core. Today we dive into the intriguing world of a man who was more than just a political leader, a man who invoked fear and awe, intertwining politics with the mysterious practices of voodoo to become a figure of mythic proportions. He was none other than Papadoc, the mystical voodoo dictator of Haiti. Welcome to Night Tales, where we explore the least documented parts of history. To fully understand the story of Papadoc, we need to travel back in time to Haiti in the early 20th century. The country had gained its independence in 1804, but it was marked by political instability, economic struggles, and foreign interventions, especially from the United States. This environment bred discontent and set the stage for someone promising stability and progress. Enter Francois Duvalier, born in 1907 in Port-au-Prince to a family of modest means. He was educated as a medical doctor, specializing in tropical medicine and public health, earning him the affectionate nickname Papadoc. But Duvalier was not content with a medical career. He was deeply interested in Haitian politics and culture, especially the Afro-Haitian religion of voodoo, which would later serve as a significant tool in his political arsenal. In the post-World War II era, Duvalier became increasingly involved in politics. He rose through the ranks of the Noiriste movement, a political ideology promoting black empowerment and opposing the mulatto elite that held considerable power in Haiti. In 1957, amidst popular disillusionment with the ruling class, Papadoc ran for the presidency. He capitalized on his image as a man of the people and a staunch nationalist, promising to resist foreign intervention. His unique blend of political savvy, nationalist rhetoric, and voodoo mysticism won him the presidential election. But no one could have anticipated how this seemingly unassuming doctor would morph Haiti's political landscape forever. This marked the start of Papadoc's reign, a time that would be remembered as one of the darkest chapters in Haiti's history. Francois Duvalier began his presidency on October 22, 1957. Initially, he established his legitimacy through the democratic process, but this wouldn't last long. Within a year, Papadoc started consolidating his power. He strategically replaced military officials with his loyalists and created a personal militia known as the Tonton Macoute. By 1961, he had rigged the constitution, declaring himself president for life. Papadoc had turned into a fully fledged dictator. Fear was an essential part of Papadoc's rule. The Tonton Macoute, his private militia, were notorious for their brutal repression of opposition. Duvalier also used the strategy of divide and rule. He successfully exploited the color class tensions that existed in Haitian society, positioning himself as a champion of the black majority against the mulatto elite. These tactics made opposition to his regime both a mortal and spiritual risk, which stifled dissent and tightened his grip on power. But beyond fear, Duvalier also used more subtle methods to maintain control. He portrayed himself as a champion of black nationalism, a stance that resonated with many Haitians, tired of their country's long history of foreign intervention and internal elitism. He promoted Creole culture, including voodoo, as an authentic national identity. His regime took steps to improve healthcare, education, and infrastructure, although these were often undermined by rampant corruption. However, the real cost of Duvalier's reign was a brutal suppression of human rights, widespread corruption, and an atmosphere of terror. Thousands were killed, tortured, or exiled. His reign left an undeniable mark on Haiti's history, with repercussions that can still be felt today. Voodoo, also known as voodoo, is a rich spiritual practice that originated in West Africa and traveled to the Caribbean through the transatlantic slave trade. Central to voodoo is a belief in spirits, or loa, who serve as the intermediaries between humans and a distant supreme god, Bon Dieu. The loa can be invoked through rituals involving music, dance, and can offer protection, guidance, or even inflict harm. Francois Duvalier manipulated these beliefs to establish his political dominance. He posed as a powerful voodoo priest and claimed to be an incarnation of Baron Samedi, the loa of death. He often wore sunglasses to hide his eyes and appeared in public dressed in black, furthering this supernatural image. This not only gave him a divine aura, but also instilled immense fear in the populace, reinforcing his control. His rule witnessed an unusual intertwining of voodoo and politics. Papadoc used voodoo symbols in public spaces and events to establish a cultural identity that resonated with the majority of Haitians. He also incorporated voodoo rituals into state functions, thereby legitimizing his rule in the spiritual realm. The impact of this unique blend of voodoo and politics was profound. It cemented the belief in many Haitians that Duvalier possessed supernatural powers, making any opposition seem futile. The usage of voodoo also widened the social rifts in the country, as it fostered resentment from the educated and Christian elite, who saw it as backward and superstitious. The Tonton Macoute, formerly known as the Volontaires de la Sécurité Nationale, was one of the most notorious aspects of Papadoc's rule. Named after a folklore boogeyman who kidnaps and eats misbehaving children, the Tonton Macoute were a constant, chilling presence in Haitian society. Formed in 1959, this paramilitary force was initially created as a counterweight to the Haitian army, which Duvalier perceived as a threat to his rule. But the Tonton Macoute quickly evolved into a tool of terror, a private militia loyal solely to Duvalier. They were given a free hand in their operations and acted with near impunity, becoming a law unto themselves. The Tonton Macoute were instrumental in enforcing Duvalier's dictatorship. They maintained a network of informants and were ever present, from the city streets to the rural villages, ensuring Duvalier's decrees were followed and his opponents silenced. The fear of the Tonton Macoute served as a deterrent to potential opposition and allowed Duvalier to rule with an iron fist. The terror inflicted by the Tonton Macoute is hard to overstate. They were known for their brutal tactics, including public beatings, burnings, and drownings. They would often leave their victims' bodies on display as a warning to others. The exact number of their victims is unknown, but estimates suggest they were responsible for thousands of deaths and disappearances during Duvalier's reign. They also extorted wealth from the population, further impoverishing the Haitian people. The Tonton Macoute not only helped cement Duvalier's rule, but also left a lasting scar on the Haitian psyche. Their legacy of fear, violence, and corruption contributed to the enduring instability in Haiti long after Papadoc's death. Despite the terror and control, Papadoc's reign couldn't last forever. In his later years, Duvalier's health began to decline. He suffered from heart disease and diabetes, which increasingly confined him to his palace. In 1971, the inevitable happened. Papadoc died, but not without making one last political maneuver. Just before his death, he declared his 19-year-old son, Jean-Claude Duvalier, also known as Baby Doc, his successor, making Haiti the world's first hereditary dictatorship. Baby Doc's rule mirrored his father's in many ways. He maintained the Tonton Macoute's reign of terror, though his rule was slightly less brutal and more open to foreign investment. But the rampant corruption and human rights abuses continued until widespread protests forced him into exile in 1986. Looking back, Papadoc's rule has left a lasting impact on Haiti. His regime's human rights abuses, economic mismanagement, and corruption have had long-term consequences for the country's development. Even today, Haiti continues to struggle with political instability, economic hardship, and social unrest. Moreover, Duvalier's manipulation of voodoo has left a complicated legacy. While he brought voodoo into the national mainstream, he also perverted it, using it as a tool of control and fear. This misuse has contributed to the often negative perception of the religion, both within and outside Haiti. In many ways, the story of Papadoc is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power, the manipulation of culture and religion for political gain, and the lasting impact of dictatorial rule. It serves as a stark reminder of a dark period in Haiti's history, the echoes of which can still be heard today. The story of Papadoc, while specific to a certain time and place, carries broader implications that resonate with modern politics. It serves as a cautionary tale of what can happen when power goes unchecked, reminding us of the importance of democratic safeguards, checks and balances, and the rule of law. The terror inflicted by Papadoc and his Tonton Macoute underline the critical importance of human rights in any society, showing us that a nation's prosperity is inextricably linked with the well-being and freedom of its people. Papadoc's reign also highlights the potential for religion and culture to be manipulated for political purposes. His integration of voodoo into his political regime shows us how deeply intertwined politics can become with cultural and religious practices. This is a global phenomenon that spans far beyond Haiti, serving as a reminder of the need for the separation of religion and state, and the dangers of exploiting spiritual beliefs for political gain. Despite this dark chapter in their history, the Haitian people have shown remarkable resilience. They continue to face and overcome immense challenges, embodying a spirit of endurance and hope. The story of Papadoc is part of their history, but it does not define them. As we reflect on this tale, we should not only remember the terror of Papadoc's regime, but also the strength and tenacity of the Haitian people. In this journey through history, we've uncovered the eerie tale of Papadoc, a man who entwined voodoo mysticism with political tyranny, leaving an undeniable mark on Haiti. But what do you think about Papadoc's rule? Let's get the conversation started in the comments below. And if you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing stories from Night Tales. Until next time, keep questioning,